Welcome back, Screamers, to another episode of Scream Kingz. And today we are celebrating Pride. Happy Pride, everybody. How y'all doing?
Hey.
Happy Pride.
Love is better in color.
Happy Pride to all my folks out there.
Hey.
Episode 16, Hell House. We're going to get right into that. My name is TaMon. You can find me on Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch, and all those places, speaking about horror and playing horror games. And to my right, left, depending on where we are, Bobby.
Woo-woo. Hey, y'all. Bobby Torres here. Always here. YouTube. Bobby likes the spooky. People on the scares with Mike next to me. And yeah, I'm here to talk this episode. I'm ready. It was a good one.
This is Mike. You can find me on Instagram at ThackReBanks86. I also do podcasts with Bobby next door. And you can find me here as Jen's number one fan this evening.
God.
You're muted.
Yep.
I think you're muted.
Bitch. I meant to say bitch to Mike, but
Perfect.
but y'all know where to find me at. Marco S's Anti-Critic on X, Midnight Social Distortion on, and Marco S's on IG. And I am here to be Jen's anti whatever. Anything anti-Jen. I'm here.
Homophobic.
I think we all
Of
are.
course.
Homophobic during Pride? How come
All of y'all homophobic.
The shit that she's doing is very homophobic. She's making us look bad. Anyway, happy Pride.
She ain't doing that.
Bobby, I
Shut up,
Keep
right
going,
now.
please. Thank you.
Thanks, love.
All right. So my name is Sylvester Barsby. I'm a horror and fantasy author. Yeah, I don't like Jen. I really don't like Jen. So it just fits that you would pick her. So it makes sense.
Yeah.
We're gonna get to the bottom of why you hate me, Sylvester. We're gonna get to the bottom of this.
Yes.
Hey y'all, what's up? Jimmy here. I am back for another week, and y'all know that I do not like Jen.
Girl, yeah, I can't be with
She trash.
How you
She's
gonna
a
like
thief.
her? Almost got
She's
everyone
a
fired
dog.
for $20.
She doesn't know any better. Go ahead.
Hey everyone, I'm Ricky Z. I am the producer.
Ricky!
Hey y'all. Of Scream Kingz, and as well as our sister show Geeking Out, which will be starting in July. So keep an eye out for that. Super excited to be here. I am not anti-Jen. I am anti her foolishness and her messiness.
That's
'Cause she's
acceptable.
messy. She's
That's
messy
acceptable.
in multiple ways, and it's trifling.
Well, Ricky, I would like to say that people are a collection of the things that they do. So if you don't like the things that Jen does, then you don't like.
That's fine. I don't straight up hate Jen. I just don't care for her.
Okay, I get it. Per usual, guys. Per usual.
Let's see, I'm swinging on everybody tonight. Okay, six
Well,
against what? Let's go.
I guess you're getting jumped again, bitch.
Happy Pride, Mike.
I know, right? It's wait.
You tried it right.
You gonna sit there and talk shit in the
back in,
but you
dog.
you
You
are
gotta
a
get
pride
ready for
staple.
the can't take a spanking. Yes.
Yes, God. That means a lot of things. But per usual, you guys know that we have a drinking game. And tonight's drinking game is the word pride. So when you hear the word pride, pick up your drinks and have a sip.
Yes.
Sylvester, you normally, in these cases, oh, you sipping. Okay, great. So here we are. It's fine. Water's fine.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah,
Water's
I'm
fine.
here,
Play
I'm
that.
here with you. I'm here with you, Slide. I'm here with you, Slide. I'm here with you, Slide. Yeah, okay.
Thanks.
Okay, you don't have to tell everybody. Come on.
Christy saved me.
He's like, how dare you tell people you're sober?
Exactly. How dare you?
But I'm off that sativa. So.
Hey,
Thank you.
Christy.
All right, so
Hey.
let's just jump
Christy.
right into
Hey, Mike.
episode 16. Chapter 16, Hell House. When Kelly's church uses Imogen's old house to spread hate, Mouse and Ash plan a pride pool party to protest. Because of so many of us, we're just going to take a little time, slow it down, and make sure everybody can get what they have to say out. Sylvester, welcome back to Scream Kingz.
Thank you.
Yes.
I'm happy to be back.
Who is your favorite character of the show so far?
I like Christian and Tabitha. That's pretty
couple.
much it. Yeah.
No Imogen?
The psychopath? No.
No.
Hey.
No. Imogen got a lot going on that she need to figure out.
That's fine. We'll take
A
that.
lot.
I cast you as Christian anyway, so that works perfectly.
Thank you.
Ricky, do you have a favorite of the show?
I like Tabby a lot, and of course, I love Farron. You know, the side characters are kind of like whatever to me right now. I'm suspicious of some of these new love interests. Okay, I'm just gonna throw that out there. But
100%, yes.
Okay. And Jimmy, I don't know if you've been here a few times. I don't know if we ask you who's your favorite character. If we have, so sorry, but tell us again.
It's good. It's all good. I would say Tabby and Farron. Yeah, like Tabby and Farron.
Okay.
Our Black Queens, yes.
I mean,
Yes,
you
God.
can't dispute that. You can't dispute that at all. I have nothing to say. And I didn't like Imogen until the quiz. So it's okay.
Dang.
Hashtag Team Imogen.
What I will say about Imogen, though, even though y'all calling her a psychopath this episode, I will say this season she's more tolerable to me.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually think she's like the stronger actress out of all of them.
Oh, she is by far.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, she's been doing it for a while.
Too. Yeah.
She's been
I actually
acting
had
forever.
something to show. I don't know if I didn't get a chance to do the video, but I had a clip to show of Imogen since she was 7 all the way up until now.
Oh, okay.
Imogen, that's right.
Imogen.
Yes. Okay, so let's get into this episode. I think the easiest way to do this is sort of break down character arcs and story arcs. So since we're talking about Imogen, we'll save her for last since it was her test. Let's go into
no, because I wasn't thinking necessarily. I don't know why I didn't think that way, but it was Imogen's test at this time because it took so long for us to get to that point.
Yeah.
I was thinking if anybody, they were going to save her for last.
Yeah.
I was
now
glad
we
they
only
didn't
have
do
2
that.
episodes left.
Yeah, and I want to see Tabby take lead this year because I just love everything. It's like forming towards Tabby, and she's gonna be the one to be like,
Her test is going to determine if she's Mindy or if she's better. Because right now she is just Mindy.
I was just about to say
far,
that. Thank you. I was just about to say that, bro.
I mean, so far,
who is Mindy?
I don't know because
as far as survivability, I mean, not like likability, but survivability. I mean,
I don't know because Mindy, I love Mindy, but she's been disappointing me for, and it's not her; it's just providing. It's like they don't give her enough to do.
It's not Jasmine, right? We know that.
It's not her. She's great.
No.
Heck no.
Mindy's character compared to Tabby.
Yeah, so far. And that's because we got 2 movies where we got a TV show. We get to spend more time with Tabby. So, like y'all said, maybe next episode will determine if she just
skyrockets.
We also have Tabby like doing things as opposed to like being chased.
Yeah.
With my very like limited Scream knowledge, from what I've seen. Those are the 2 that I've seen for sure.
You're right.
I mean, we've seen like.
But unfortunately, you're right. Yeah.
We've seen Tabby like at least fight back and like get involved and just a smidgen more than Mindy.
And Tabby's like
Unfortunately,
a
you are
full-on rounded character. She has goals. You know what she wants to do.
Yeah.
Aside from being chased by a serial killer, she making mini movies. Like,
That-
I don't know how you found time for that. So, but,
yeah, she's definitely way more fleshed out.
Okay, speaking of Tabby and Christian. Wait, hold on. Both Mindy and Tabby have not guessed a Nan killer being the expert.
Well, we'll see how this ends, because maybe when, because we got on the trailer that she was trying to point out who's the killer or whoever. So maybe next episode, maybe she'll guess correctly when we get to the end.
Tabby was definitely giving Mindy in Scream 5 when she was going over the rules and the horrible scene in Scream 6 when they were in the park going over the suspects.
I only saw a picture of her suspect list. Like, I couldn't understand why Chip's mom wasn't on it.
I thought she
was.
Yeah, she was.
She was on there. Yeah.
She's definitely on there
She might
now.
have called her something else.
Listen.
She probably called her bitch because that's what she is. Okay, so since we're on Tabby, what do we think about Tabby and Christian, and also just Christian? Sylvester,
I'm here for him.
I support them to the end. I do kind of feel like he might be part of this murder thing going on, but I still support them. I'm hoping that he's
I want it to work. I want it to work. I want it to work too.
Like, shady happens. I'm just like, no, Christian, come on.
He just not, again, like I said last episode, I don't know if it's just the acting or not, but like the way he's acting in these episodes so far is making me tilt my head a little bit. Like, especially in this episode when they went to Wes' apartment, and I'm just like, okay, you're.
Yeah, I was like, you murdered Wes. Where is
you did something. You did something.
Tabby
Rather if
premonition, and she saw where he was.
Yeah.
Christian
is
level.
I don't know.
And how does Tabby not know that he makes masks? I would think that that's something he would brag about to Tabby since he's in the movies. Like, how is that a new thing?
I don't know.
It's not new. She knows. It's just.
You mean Wes? No, he's talking.
Yeah, Wes. So, like with Wes, Tabby didn't know that he made masks.
Yeah,
and that's something that she should know since they talk about movies so much.
I think that's a setup.
Yeah, it's definitely a setup.
I think that whole thing, that setup is a setup. Come on, man. I mean, it's shaky.
Who leaves their door open like that? I don't buy it. Something's wrong with it.
Bro.
The mask and the spooky spaghetti laptop, just all the whole setup was just a little bit much.
That's what I'm saying though. Like, that spooky spaghetti stuff. Like, I'm so sure.
Yeah,
he's something.
Also, I was just saying. I'm sorry. I was just saying that you close your laptop, you have to put your password back in most of the time. So I'm like, unless he sat there, it was like, oh, I know that she's coming over soon. So unless he did something funny with the laptop, because I'm like, how you just open up the laptop and just see that he was actually on spooky spaghetti? Like that's the last thing he saw.
Right.
It would just seem too convenient.
Like I said, I hope that whatever he did to Wes is out of jealousy and he's not really the murderer.
Yeah,
I'd be supportive of that. You could probably get over that if Wes is like tied up in a closet or something. We can deal with that.
That's kind of my prediction too. Like,
I like
that.
I like that
because he obviously loves Tabby, but he likes her a lot. So I feel, and then when he witnessed that interaction between them two, he was just like, all right, hold the fuck up. We're not gonna mess with my girl. So I'll take that rather than him being a part of everything.
But he's nuts. He needs to be in jail for life.
You don't even know what he did.
What you talking about?
Right.
Jen has several scenes.
Like, you have like these three brand new relationships after Spooky Spaghetti becomes like a big thing. Like, I'm sorry, but how do we not know that all three of these new love interests aren't coming from that? These folks that could have found them.
That's true.
I think it's quite possible that we could have more than one storyline going on at once. It is possible that Christian could be obsessed with Tabby, and Christian could be obsessed with Spooky Spaghetti, and he could have done something to West to protect his girlfriend.
These all could be part of the cult of Bloody Rose. Okay,
the cult of Bloody Rose. That could be a thing that's happening. We could also have followers, but the thing is, Christian, what's his name? Billy Loomis, Johnny. He didn't go looking for Imogen. She came there looking for him, looking for a job. So I don't think he's involved in it. Christian is the only one of that list of the boys that are suspicious, and I hope Ash is not involved in nothing besides.
I don't think Ash is.
I do.
Ash and Sean.
I
don't think
that'd be a shock if Ash was like in on it.
Exactly.
I feel like Sean might be.
But what would be all these
might know
motives?
something.
You know, like what would be Ash's reason for anything? What would be Christian's reason? Like,
they're only related.
Christian has a reason.
I feel like Sean knows about their relationship. I don't know how he found out. Maybe the sheriff told him before he got 86 and everything. But I feel like he knows about it, and that's why he's put himself into this apartment. But I don't think he's a killer. But I just think that's what he did.
Good point, Mike.
I think if anything, that even if they aren't necessarily directly connected or working with Bloody Rose, I think some of them found the girls or got themselves involved due to Spooky Spaghetti.
Yeah,
like they were interested. They want to get into they might be some thrill seekers and thinking they're gonna if they get connected to the girls, they're gonna have themselves a fun time. It's all mystery.
Christian, I can see Christian doing that.
Actually, I'm okay with them networking to figure out that you know what we want to be a part of this hot girl summer with them and
not networking.
There are book sales. There's books you can write about your experience with these girls.
You're right.
Ain't no damn Karen. That girl dead. I hope so. I hope that it's like, it's not Kelly, it's Karen, it's her sister. She's alive the whole time. Like, I don't want any of that.
If Karen survived all that blood, I know something. I know something. Okay, so Christian and Tabby, we're good on them. Let's hope that Black love wins and Christian and Tabby can survive through this.
Yeah.
But no matter what happens, I still don't think Christian has all his screws tight.
No, something's off.
No,
we still haven't met his parents.
I think Christian is.
We are going to get a psycho reveal.
Oh,
that'd
be crazy.
What's his name from? I forget the motherfucker's name from Scream 5.
Richie.
Oh, Richie.
What I'm talking about. Christian is Richie.
Put that on him.
He wants to. In the grand scheme of things, I don't want him. I'm like y'all. I want Black love to survive because that's my favorite couple in the show so far right now. But
what?
I think that Christian.
Yes.
What other couple?
Who else?
Imogen and Billy Loomis. Duh.
I think Christian is wanting to make his own horror movie. I think Christian wants to make his own horror movie. He wants Tabby to be his final girl. And showing his true colors. And by West,
and he got West out of here.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because West,
I would take that.
West actually overstepped boundaries. You know what I'm saying? And instead of Christian doing stuff like Sean went and confronted his own mom and Noah's mom.
Psycho.
Christian's like
allegedly
Christian's a little bit more calculating. Like, I'm finna sit here and like make a movie out of this whole situation. Like, I'm gonna film me whooping your ass and have everybody thinking that you're dead, and then show it to Tabby and just show her like I truly love her by making her the final girl in my personal movie that I'm making. I like that. It gets opportunity.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Yeah,
I don't think Tabby would like that, but
no, she's not gonna like that. Okay, so next on the list, who do we have next? Okay, Noah and Sean.
Yes, what about them?
That the beginning of this episode was great for me because it was nice to see that the momentum is still moving from what happened previously, like in their episode before. However, it immediately ruined when Jen walked out, like she was part of the girl group. I don't understand why people are so.
She don't even go here.
Right. And I wanted Farron to say that. But Farron was just like,
"Oh, you're gonna walk her over."
They brought her into the fold. They felt so comfortable with her.
Yeah, you guys.
They felt so comfortable with her that they brought her into the fold.
And that's what she wants. She wants them to get comfortable.
Maybe so.
Exactly.
That's what she want.
Maybe so.
This is for us to want to care about her, so she'll be killed. Because I can't see
And I
her
was so
surviving
mad
another
at
season.
Mike.
Farron talking about she's one of
Y'all
us.
killing
One of
me.
y'all.
Y'all-
That shit upset me.
This
too.
girl
We
has
all
not
know.
done
Definitely
anything
want
that
to.
bad. She
I
has not
feel
done
like
anything that
She
bad.
might be part
Whoever
of
wrote that line for
Leo's-
Jen about
Thank you,
Kevin
Mike.
Ward is
Thank you,
exactly.
Mike.
Yeah, I'm just like, girl, you're not about that
Bobby and I,
life.
no, wait,
That's double
wait.
speeds.
Bobby and I were talking about this earlier. I blame TikTok for that. That's how these kids be talking, even though they may not be from areas that talk like that. So I blame
Okay, so who wrote
TikTok.
this episode?
It was awful. And what hands you gonna throw?
You have not
me
seen her
see.
fight once.
None.
Imogen, you almost got sliced up. So really, just
Imogen
hush.
survived though.
You almost
First of
got
all,
sliced up.
Imogen-
You seeing
Imogen
things.
did her
You
thing
You
with
seeing
Archie.
things. You seeing things. You can't see clearly. So I need you to sit over there.
Imogen was getting Bloody Rose together a little bit, so she was putting
Yeah,
up a
she
fight.
was.
Exactly.
Was.
Exactly.
I will
Keep
admit,
my name out
if
your
I
mouth,
asked-
Jen.
Okay.
If I asked her who
And so she
said my mother, I would have flipped
So
out.
her mother magically ran away after
We're not
the
there yet,
reveal.
okay? We're not even there yet.
So I'm just saying something a little funky about Imogen too.
We're not even
No,
there yet.
we're
What we are
talking
talking
about
about is
and
black
Noah.
ass Jen. That's what we're talking
Thank you. We're
I'm-
talking about Jen.
Go on.
Get this bitch together right quick.
I'm glad.
You know,
I'm
Hold on,
glad
let me-
that I'm glad that Noah has at least finally been honest with herself. I'm okay with that. Can you let Sean know so he can move on now? So he don't.
Yeah.
He can quit being a
This
golden
boy's
retriever
life.
here.
Farron
Leave
said,
the boy alone.
Messed up his relationship with his mama.
yep.
Right.
Go after the real villain,
That's all of
Noah.
it. It's not her. It's not her.
No,
No,
it's not
Noah
just
is
Noah. That was,
His whip.
no,
Yeah, it's
the
both.
reason why I don't like this relationship is because they're both messy.
They toxic.
Right.
Noah's not being honest.
Mhm.
She's getting she's messing up things with Sean when Sean really don't have nothing to do with it.
Mm-mm.
And then
Neither does
what's-
Jen.
Or does
and
he?
then look, I'm sorry, but if I loan you $2,000 to bail your ass out of jail,
Mhm.
you gonna sleep with my girlfriend? What?
Messy.
Break into my house.
And then
Wait,
you pay
wait.
me back. You pay me back, but then you steal money out my. You steal stuff out of my house for the exact amount you just paid me back for.
Now that was funny.
Right.
That actually was
How?
funny to me.
She's messy. There was
She
no
went and
reason for
stole it
that.
back from
man.
A dirt ball.
And
In-
then,
Annoying.
and
In
then
Jen's
Noah-
defense,
There's
and
no
then
Jen
Noah,
defense.
you got me defending you while you're cheating ass in front of my mom.
Mhm.
I don't understand that. That's messy.
He going to war.
So,
I agree.
to be
I
fair,
agree. I agree. 100%.
Honestly,
Noah
like,
started
once
it.
it's
Noah started it, not
I like
Jen.
what
We don't
Mike
know who
Unofficial
started
said
it in
in the
Juvie.
comments.
Yeah.
Hmm?
Oh,
Yeah.
I like what Mike said in the comments here because I love that Noah
It
has
wasn't
a coming
you,
out
Mike.
moment
It
with
was
the
Mike
girls, but she
Official.
deserves better.
John is bland as
Yeah.
chicken shit.
She does deserve better.
She is
Right,
bland. That's a great description of as
Yeah.
bland chicken. I agree with that. And unfortunately,
Yeah.
I agree, Mike.
Chicken
Noah
jingle, man.
deserves a better coming out story than some stealing, lying, backstabbing, and I have other words that I won't use.
I
Person.
like that all the
with
girls
Jen.
knew.
Listen.
right. They
Yeah.
Everybody, Greg knows.
Yeah.
They clocked that early on.
Oh yeah,
Because she
already
loves
know.
her.
Greg.
She
That's
loves
fine, I
her.
guess.
That's why.
What does love have to do with it, Savannah?
She
Not a
loves
damn
Jen,
thing.
not Sean, and y'all mad about it.
And Mike,
No,
you talking about they
not.
should lock Christian up and lock away and throw away the keys.
Oh, that
Lock
was a
Jen the fuck
joke.
up.
That was a joke.
I'm not
They-
joking
Hold
about
up, I
this.
got
Lock
some,
her
I'm
ass
gonna
up.
say something. I want to
I'm not
One of the
joking.
main-
Ass back in juvie. Throw her ass
One of
back
the
in
main
juvie
reasons-
and just let her sit.
Hold on.
one of the main reasons I don't care for Jen. Now, one of the main reasons I don't care for Jen is the fact
Mhm.
that Jen has attributes of Noah's mama. So you know if your mama is doing shit and you get in trouble for your mama, and this bitch is showing the same shit. No,
cycle.
don't run
Yeah.
down this same damn path.
Yeah.
You know, break
You
the
already-
cycle. Break the
I'm
cycle.
sorry. Isn't
because
she a
the thing
liar
is-
too?
You already stepping in to help Yeah, no.
She's also a liar, so she's like a mama too. So what are we talking about?
Breaking the cycle is what we're talking about. We're talking about toxic relationships is what we're talking about. We're talking about
theirs ain't the only one.
A toxic relationship with Jen, repeating the same cycle.
Fair. That is fair. Okay.
I was over her.
These are 15, 16-year-olds. What cycles are y'all talking about they repeating? These are 16-year-olds. These are not grown-ass adults. They're going to make mistakes. They are going to go through a lot of different things. Noah is a liar. Noah is a gaslighter, a manipulator.
Okay.
Jen might be a thief. Jen might be a thief, but Noah is not innocent.
Yes.
Michael,
we know Noah's not innocent. We know that.
No, y'all don't seem to know that. Y'all don't seem to know that.
We calling Noah out.
How many weeks now?
Yes.
When? All I hear is y'all talk about this blonde girl left. Never mind.
She's doing Sean dirty.
We understand.
Noah's doing Sean dirty. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
Is it? Okay.
Yes, if you would just stop listening to Jen the whole time and listen to us,
keep drinking.
So you use Noah's name and not Jen's name when you talk about Noah. Then
be quiet.
So Noah needs to go ahead and break up with Sean so we can move on. So he can move on about his business, fix his relationship with his mama,
find somebody else.
Yeah,
something.
Everything that's happening in Sean is pretty much Noah's fault because
Jen
has no loyalty to Sean. Like Sean's just somebody she just met, so he's just competition.
But Jen is messy, but Noah's the one that's the problem here.
Yeah.
But I do commend Noah for trying to just
table everything. Table everything.
Yes. She was like, you know what? I'm over this. I want to tell Sean. I want to be with Jen. Like she was trying to get it over with. She wasn't trying to lead him and egg him on. And then unfortunately he came in and, messed it up for her, unfortunately.
One, I would like to point out that Jen was the one who suggested she needs to make a decision and stop lying, pick somebody.
That's what the third person always says.
That was the other thing.
All that credit for that.
She's resourceful. She is trying to solve the situation. Noah, can y'all pipe down? Only one person can talk at a time.
No, Mike, because you're gonna sit here and go on Twitter talking about we jumped you again because you sit here talking.
The evidence is right here.
Bobby, call that shit out.
The only decent one among you is Ricky. The rest of y'all are animals dragging me across the rail. Give me a second. Give me a second.
So you want to call people animals?
Hold up. I do have to say, I do have rebuttal. I do have a plausible rebuttal about the whole situation with Jen. Jen is calculating as fuck because Jen also suggested. Wait a minute, she suggested that Noah. Then she turned around and was like, well, you know what? We could do a throuple. Knowing good and goddamn well. She can't stay in the fact that Sean comes around Noah. So what y'all gonna do? Y'all gonna sit there and just be like holding Noah's hand on each side and stuff like that? And y'all gonna make a schedule saying, but I have Noah this weekend. So this weekend is our anniversary.
Throuples do work.
Your friends, y'all were all fans of that idea before.
I just don't believe she really want to be in a throuple.
No,
that wasn't genuine.
No, I was okay.
It wasn't.
It was a genuine.
I wasn't a fan of that.
If Jen had some IO to be like, oh, you know what? If Jen had said in the past, oh, well, your boyfriend Sean is kind of cute, and she just said some shit like that to be like, you know what? I can toy with this. I can sit there. She just did this shit to fuck with Noah's mind, and I believe Noah was going to turn around and actually break up with Sean. And when he came in, it was like, you know what? Somebody just broke in my damn house. I'm not finna. You know what? I wish Noah would just do Kelly Taylor from 90210. I choose me and let the motherfuckers go in their own business and just it out.
I choose me. Yes, I know that's right. Maybe by the end of the season she'll do that for sure.
Hopefully, I would approve of that. Choose your damn self because you not with the whole double. Well, she actually is a decent liar. I will give her that. But yeah, I think she should be by herself.
Yeah,
You know what? I think we need
Any
a little
other
break.
issues
Cool
at there?
off. We'll actually heat up.
Oh,
and so we're gonna take a quick trip to the Hell Seat with me, Mark, and Ricky. And this is Ricky's first time in the Hell Seat, so we're gonna take it easy.
Really?
Woo!
Welcome to the Hell Seat, Ricky. You have been an orchestrator of getting people to the Hell Seat, but now you are sitting in the hot seat yourself.
I hate it.
I'm sorry. Just as much as we hate Jen and her supporters, we're gonna push through this and we're gonna make this something special. And that was no shade towards Mike.
It was, but okay.
Yes, it was. Don't give no flag. Don't give no slag. It was shade.
Ricky, as a mother yourself, which one of the liars would you consider would be probably like your daughter?
Ooh, good question. Okay. I would say that because I actually have a daughter. My daughter is a mixture of Mouse and Tabby. She has that quirkiness of Mouse, but there's moments where she has the confidence of Tabby.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I think if I had a mixture of the two, that would be the right one.
Okay. I think that was my question.
Oh Jesus, Ricky, you know I love you. What would be your if the kids piggybacking off of TaMon's question? If one of your kids wants to become a super horror fan, which movie would you be okay with them starting off with? You know, something PG-13 maybe. I don't know the ages of your kids, but I don't know like what movie would you suggest they watch? You know.
So we started off on movies that I didn't necessarily realize would be considered horror, but they were like definitely intro to horror. So my oldest was really big into Tim Burton films when she was little. So not Coraline. Coraline's not technically not Tim Burton, but like that. So Coraline, Corpse Bride. What was the other one?
Frankenweenie?
She did like Frankenweenie. We liked I introduced her to Beetlejuice. We like where are some other stuff that we like? I introduced him to Edward Scissorhands a couple years ago. So like the things that I never really would have thought were horror, but they were a good gateway to horror. So they kind of like some scary things, more so than I do. I'm the scaredy cat in the family, so I'll have to watch it in the daytime. But they'll get into it more than I will. And then I introduced him to the Buffy like a couple years ago, and we watched season 1. And my oldest had the nerve to tell me that season 1 was very dated. With the outfits. It's very nice.
It is
very nice, but my feelings were hurt. Okay.
Yeah.
My feelings were hurt.
I understand.
Okay, Ricky. My question is, which one of the parents do you think you relate to? And slash, do you have an original sin from high school that you had to cover up?
Nothing I'm gonna tell on the interwebs. Let's see, what parent do I relate to the most? Well, right now it's kind of hard because we ain't seen none of the parents.
That's true.
I guess the closest one would be Tabby's mom.
Yeah.
Maybe Farron's mom. Just working to better herself and want better for her kids, but it's kind of hard because we haven't seen much of the parents this go round.
That's weird, but actually not for horror. But
I think because the first season was so focused on the past of the parents that you kind of had to have them there. But now that it's not technically part of their storyline, we don't need them anymore.
Okay.
Piggybacking off the parent thing, because I love it. What advice would you give Tabby?
Oh God. keep one eye open on that Christian dude and West. And then why haven't you told me about Chip's mom harassing you yet?
I'm sorry. I just get clapped.
Because this would have been settled.
How would have been settled, Ricky?
Look, I would have had to gone to Miss Imogene and be like, ma'am, I need you to give me some blood samples of your baby so we can go ahead and squash this with Chip's mama and we can get this taken care of. Because we're not gonna keep having this mama coming and attacking y'all and harassing y'all everywhere y'all go. I'm done with it. This is too much. Why haven't y'all said anything yet? Like literally, why haven't they told their mom? This is like one of those things that I can't stand about Pretty Little Liars, where there are things they could have gone and told their parent or the police. This is the thing you could have told your parent by now, and the mom could have settled it.
Yes, with the same.
Tabby's mom could have settled it by now. Yes.
When she thought West was trying to, yes, I will cut your dick off.
I can see, and she already checked Christian this season already. For being in her house.
Yeah.
And she checked Tabby at the same time. So I already know if she sees Chip's mom, it's going down.
Right. It could have been settled by now.
Yes. Okay. My last question. Go ahead.
I just wanted to say I love how Sharon Leo is doing it. She has the little sweet, kind like she's motherly. But when you cross that line, her hood gonna come out. I just want to say that.
Right.
My last question is this. If you were being hunted by the witches of the Vampire Diaries universe, what other witches would you find to protect you?
Okay. Okay, so my first thing would be make sure I'm buddy with the Bennett family. Like those gonna be my peoples, hopefully. Or no, because the New Orleans witches, like you gotta be married into their families to really get in. Because all that stuff their stuff is ancestral magic.
They're hunting you. You got to find other witches to protect you.
Well, then I'm hanging out with the Bennett witches, okay?
They're Vampire Diary witches too, so they may be hunting you also.
Damn you, Taylor.
Who am I going to talk to?
Who are you going to talk to? Glenda?
No.
Don't get them charm ones together, Ricky.
Right, Hallowells. I'll get the old Hallowells.
That part.
I'll get the old Hallowells.
We don't talk about the new child.
Not the Vera sisters.
I'm gonna get with the new. I'm gonna get with them. I'm gonna get with the Hallowells.
Okay.
Hopefully
they will protect.
Oh my goodness.
Me and Will are gonna chill.
You get 5 people, so 3 from the Hallowells.
So
you get Willow. One more.
Ooh. Who else? Yes.
Marie
Laveau and the Supreme.
Ooh. Okay. That will be a good battle that I would love to see.
Witches of East End. Yep. I might need the Witches of East End. At least Mama.
I didn't finish this, so I didn't finish this, so I don't know how powerful they are.
Oh, they're good.
Mama.
Okay.
They're basically witches and gods because they come from Asgard, but that's a whole nother conversation.
Oh, okay.
Okay, well, Mark, final question.
I have one last. Oh shit! Oh, I'm scared. Ricky. So let's just do this apocalyptic battle. I'm piggybacking off of TaMon because he's bringing the heat tonight, and everything I've come to mind is not. Anyway, so it is apocalyptic witch battle. Who would be the last 2 standing?
Oh shit!
What are my choices?
You get your 5 girls, and then you get the Vampire Diary witches. Which from each faction is going to be standing? Because I love this shit. I love a good witch battle.
Good grief.
This is so hard.
That is so hard. As long the thing, my problem is if one of them knocks out one of the Hallowells, the Power 3 ain't doing what it's supposed to be doing.
You can't 3.
You can't 3 without the 3. Will might be able to stand a chance.
Okay.
And I think at least the mama from Witches of East End, she will stand a chance. And you know what? And that's the thing is, if I was actually on the side of the Vampire Diary witches, I would at least say Bonnie,
Easy.
Dahlia,
Easy.
the Hollow.
Oh, that's not fair.
but I'm just saying though. But that's what you put it as.
Yeah.
So like, I mean, between Bonnie, Freya, Davina, the Hollow, Dahlia, I'm just kind of
Who's
scared.
gonna stop them?
I'm kind of scared.
I'm scared. Okay, Bonnie is putting them all in the dirt. You know, it depends because Bonnie might be called away by some white person that needs her help.
That too. That Elena might need to be saving, so that might be my saving grace.
Say what? That shit took me out.
Elena might be on the line, so that might be my saving grace.
Ricky, do we have a commercial ready? Because
Mike, it took me out. Mike, it took me to
on that
out.
note, Mike, I'm gonna get you. And on that note, we're gonna slide into a quick commercial, and then we'll be right back to fight it out about Pretty Little Liars Summer School. And have a sip.
Survived.
Pride, you did.
Oh shit!
I did it.
And we're back. The way we were, people in the comments were going up for the witch conversation. We may need to circle back to that later on for the season. All right, so we team Bonnie all the way. Everybody loves Bonnie.
Yeah,
we know what's going on.
The Vampire Diaries have some heavy hitters. They just got to give my girl her flowers and leave her alone. That's all. Yeah. Leave her alone.
She is the savior.
The only way they could redeem what they did to that girl is give her own spin-off show, have a black woman lead it.
Writer.
Ava.
Yeah.
Somebody. Yeah. Anybody else. Anybody that's not Triple Play.
She should have been running the school at Legacies.
Oh,
listen.
That's what she
don't get me started. Don't get me started.
That's an episode, TaMon. Go ahead and write the shit down. You and Ricky get together and write this shit down.
We might as well come on. Sylvester, clear your schedule. Woo! Don't mention Vampire Diaries on this place. Okay. Okay. So we ended on Jen, Noah, and Sean, and I'll end it by saying if Sean is not going to be something on this show, either kill him or make him something. Yeah. Because he's useless. He's dead weight. Either he's gonna
golden retriever.
Yes, after Noah decides to go with Jen, either make him go crazy because he's too obsessed and this unattractive.
Thank you.
And then secondly, either kill him off. I have a feeling he's going to be brainwashed with those other people that we saw in this preview where they chasing after the liars. But who knows? Next up,
we have his $2,000, break up his relationship with his mama, rob him, and then murder him.
And then cheat on me.
What he do?
Absolutely, he does
and cheat on him.
What about
murder him? Yes,
Noah and Ash. So prior to this episode, they were a screen.
Mouse and Ash.
Mouse and Ash. Mouse and Ash.
He's like, when did that happen?
She got another one. See,
okay, she got her new man. She said, Noah is everything, man.
We imprecious, therefore something bad's gonna happen to them.
Listen, they said that this episode was going to be Ash's strongest performance this season, and it was going to be really putting him in the seat as a character on this show. Because they had to figure out why he was going to come back for this season. And so how do we feel about his background and connection to, of course, Pride, Take a Sip, and his just the Ash of it all, because we don't really talk about him like that much.
That's because he's never really here.
Right. Good enough to come back for the next season. I feel like that's automatically bringing you back. You're dating her.
Yeah.
Well, he needs something to do, unlike Sean.
I mean, yeah.
Well, I feel like he does a lot, given the fact that he was the one telling Mouse like, "Yo, you chill in this damn sleepy." What's it? Look at me looking like
sleepy spaghetti.
Sleepy spaghetti.
But he was doing that, and he also it's kind of like her Watson. Like he's the doting boyfriend out of all of them, who is in on the bullshit, and it's just trying to protect his girlfriend. But he's not to the point where it's just like I'm finna throw my ass in the middle of danger
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
he kind of did, but at the same time, he's not annoying. Is what I'm trying to say. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Mark, you said something I thought was interesting.
Can we talk about that for a
about
second?
him being the what?
Go ahead. No, I was going to say him staying over Mouse's house all the time.
I think Marcus.
What is happening?
Oh, he has a delay. He has a delay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh my God.
What I was saying was, you said the doting boyfriend, but in horror, what happens to the doting boyfriends?
They either in on
Derek.
it or they get killed.
Derek, that's what I was on the tip of my tongue. Yeah.
Oh, poor Derek.
I think Ash might be a killer. The tears this episode did not throw me. I'm thinking they versus them, where nobody was dying and shit. I'm like, y'all not fooling me. Ash is a killer, and those are my thoughts. He's around, but he's not around, and my screen brain is like, okay, who's in the mix, but not really in it that much, and he's one of them people.
That's what I've been trying to like.
Mm-hmm.
My only problem with like all these significant others is just like I'm just sitting here trying to figure out what's the motive. Like, especially if you're coming from season 1, what is your motive?
What would be his motive?
Flip now.
Exactly.
So,
or maybe the Bloody Rose thing's been around.
It's reminiscent of Scream seasons 1 and 2, where you hear like what's the fool's name? Where the first season, Kieran. Yeah, you. Spoiler alert for those who have not seen Scream seasons 1 and 2. Basically, Kieran really played the long con with this shit. It was a shock, but not really when it got towards the end. Because they did a great little kind of red herring with Audrey, and then you kind of realize that Emma has 2 people that she's real close with that could be a shock if they found out that they were involved and stuff like that. But yeah, think that who's these people?
Who's Audrey?
Have you seen the Scream TV show?
No.
Oh,
that's why.
Oh, bro, yeah.
Okay,
I don't know. I just
think Mike's like, what the hell?
I just think
Mike said
there's more to. Okay, in true Pretty Little Liars fashion, right? In the original series, they had trans characters who were part of the plot to be bad. So we don't know who Sean was before he transitioned. So that could be something they could play with if we had to pick something based off of,
Another point. There's strong feelings from Ash, and then we get Bloody Rose killing somebody from the church, the preacher. I don't know who the hell that was in the basement later on. Who didn't even know who it was.
You gotta
like that kill was so random. It was just kind of like,
what? That's how I felt too.
It's random. It's random if we don't keep in mind who we've been told, who Bloody Rose is. So I can kind of if it's who we've been told it is, I can see that kill making sense because of whose house that Hell House was in.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. If it's Imogen,
if it is who Imogen said it was, then okay, that makes sense.
I don't know.
Or Ricky,
but not only.
Or if we are trying to see who's going to take over the church moving forward, the next in command is Mrs. Beasley.
Also, because she's been on my mind too.
A power grab. Okay, I was
power grab.
About that.
But also, it was a random kill, but at the same time, it knocked down the suspects. Because I'm not gonna lie, for the longest time, I thought the preacher had something to do with everything, given the cult status that he's not pure himself. He's sleeping with his second in command. He's got these kids running a cult in a church, and he was given a little bit of I don't want to say Charles Manson, but he was given a little bit of a cult leader vibe. You know what I'm saying? And
I'm behind the rose.
Right. So I was glad to see him get knocked off. It was kind of like, because I kept seeing a picture all week before I watched the episode of him with Bloody Rose, and I thought that he was character. I thought about his sportsmanship was like it revealed that he's commanding Bloody Rose. But when I saw him get his damn eye taken out, I was like, okay, good.
That was a
One
good
thing
scene.
about that scene. One thing about that scene, it should have been way more gruesome. And I feel like that's the problem with this show. Where's the blood? Where's the guts? Like
they're keeping it really light.
Yeah,
they're keeping it very light with the kills. Like we'll be like, oh, like when she killed them in the basement, I was like, oh, that was dope. But you see the gore hanging off the knife, but I'm just like, all right, that's all we're gonna get for this episode.
I think the series definitely stepped into horror, but we have to remember, like, their original fan base isn't strictly horror, so they're not gonna dive deep into it. They have to transition those people from kidnapping people to someone getting stabbed in the eye.
It's really supposed to be suspenseful, at least if you're going based off of the original show. So this is like, and even like last season, it's a very steep move into horror for that series. That's not the series, the franchise.
The franchise, yeah.
But I think that the brutality level is lower than last season because the Halloween episode when the guy was killed upstairs, that was brutal. It wasn't gory or anything like that, but he choked him out in the bathroom. Like, I thought that was great. We haven't even seen any of that this season out of the fight with Imogen and Bloody Rose.
I hated gossip.
I think that's their loss.
Y'all think Archie might get out?
Excuse you?
Before the season's over, you think he might escape from the little mental institution they put him in?
I hope so.
That would be
him and his mama, or him and whoever's pretending to be his mama.
I hope so too.
I just want to say that I called it last week that it was Imogen's mother. Whether that's true or not,
I was sitting there watching it. I was like, "Damn, he gonna be like, I'm right."
So my theory is, I don't think that's actually her mom.
Oh, no.
Me too.
A lot of people. That's what I was thinking. I think it was like a mask, maybe designed to look like her mom. And that's why she's like freaking out the way she is. Because a lot of people are like, oh, she's having one of her like psychotic. And I'm just like, well, no, because sometimes she be with the girls when Bloody Rose is attacking one of the others, so it can't be her. You know what I mean? They can't be imagining it. So I think it's literally somebody that has her mom's mask on.
A mask though? Like, that's some diabolical shit.
So people,
and then they will point fingers.
Diabolical.
And then they will point fingers at guess who? Christian, because he makes masks. So
in true Pretty Little Lies fortune, in the last 2 seasons of the original show, it was tons of people putting on masks and walking around as other people. So this is a great callback to that. That's I think it's intentional. Crazy. I think last year with men being the killer, it's brutal, and this season with a possible woman killer, it's more efficient and methodical, not brutal. That's fair.
Yeah, I mean that's true.
Angela Waters can't be dead from jumping.
What happened? Like, why we don't know nothing? I know she went swimming, but like, where is she?
Where's she going? Like that's the whole thing.
She's in the lazy river right now, chilling.
I was thinking,
what was the point? What was the reason?
Like Michael Myers in Halloween 5.
She's just she's just sitting there cruising down.
Yeah,
she rode the river down to Rosewood, and then she's up there fucking with the original
Rosewood.
But
they did a callback to Riverdale. I'm not too sure you guys watched that, but
yes,
I never watched
that. That was pretty cool finding out they were cousins. I was like, what?
I just want to say that line was delivered. I hated the way he delivered the line.
Yeah. I have a gay cousin that lives in River. You could have just said I have a gay cousin named Kevin. You didn't have to say where he was at. Like,
they had to do that to let us know these universes connect. But if that's the case, this show could lean supernatural because Sabrina is supernatural.
Yep.
Sabrina came on Riverdale.
Riverdale itself did some supernatural stuff before they added Sabrina.
They had time travel. They had superpowers. Yeah, it's supernatural.
And then on top of that,
so that'll be wild.
Had supernatural anyway when they.
I don't think they're gonna do that though.
But no, it's supernatural because
I rather just the slashers.
Ravenswood and Rosewood and
Ravenswood,
Rosewood, Millwood,
and
all the same
all
area.
together.
So that's the supernatural tie. And the head writer and creator of this show is responsible for Riverdale. So it was a little
Riverdale. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
a little bit throwback to him. But I also love the Gossip Girl throwback to that. Not Gossip, but you know when Farron was like, "Ooh, the Fruitful thing, very Gossip Girl." I'm like, look at what's his name, giving shout out to his writing buddies and shit.
Yeah,
so he was talking about the new season of Gossip Girl, right? Not the
right.
Because they didn't do the threesome in Gossip Girl until the regular Gossip Girl until season 3, I believe. So
come on, Bobby.
They sure didn't.
Well, there is a connection.
Teeny boppers in the hotel room having thruples.
Yes, God.
Yes.
There is a connection with like a lot of the CW shows and Pretty Little Liars because they had a lot of I guess they were part of the same network, or one parent company was the same between the two of them. So
Allo
they have a lot of
Entertainment.
which I think was also part of Warner Brothers.
Yes.
And so there's a lot of crossover between those two, between the original Pretty Little Liars and then a lot of CW shows.
And not even just crossover, but like moving forward to different shows. They were casted. They were just swapping people to be on the show.
That's what I mean. Not necessarily crossover, but like reusing their actors.
Yeah.
If you got a CW job, you got a job for a little bit.
Speaking of Greg, let's jump into Farron, Henry, and Greg. And might I just say, not tomatoes.
Y'all don't
tomatoes.
No, I love Greg. I've been
like Greg is grown.
Season.
Get me out of here.
I mean, granted, he was part of the Hell House, so he ain't grown that much.
But he
killer.
But I like Greg because
go ahead. Sorry,
I like Greg. I like Greg because he went from being like. To be honest with y'all, Greg with this whole Hell House thing was against it from day one. He was like, "Yo, killer, I'm just in here so I can just be close to you." But this shit's crazy. And then when he sat there and Farron got his ass, and he was like, "Yo, at least okay, I'm so glad I'm not the only person who sees this shit." Farron, I apologize. I quit this shit. You got in my ass.
That's right, Greg.
I didn't even know that was Henry because he had the damn helmet on. I couldn't make that was Henry. But she sat there and told
they all look alike to me, honestly. I'm sorry,
Bobby.
No shade, but I get confused between Henry, Peter, whatever, Greg. Get Farron some dark meat, please. Like,
thank you. I wanted to say this. No, Bobby, I'm so glad.
White boys out of there.
And that's no shade. There's no shade, but like, it's time.
But they're not gonna do it.
It's time.
I don't think they're gonna do it, Bobby.
That she loves.
They're not gonna do it.
No, I'm not. Never mind. Farron. I like how she steps on Greg's neck at any chance she gets. And I found it really unique that none of those rooms really dealt with Farron in the Hell House, but the one room that had her two men in there, she was like, "What's wrong with y'all?"
Yes.
And did
I need y'all heads examined because what the fuck is this?
Yes. And did anybody get into how cute Greg's shirt was in the back that he wore to the pool party? It was basically, backless.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I just feel
this shirt. I don't need it, but
I feel like Greg was on that BS for too much of season 1 and for a good chunk of season 2 to really be like, oh, he's growing and changing. And
thank you, Ricky. I call bullshit. Thank you.
He's been on.
I guess
he's like, I get it. He's a 16-year-old boy, and 16-year-old boys are on some bullshit majority of the time. But him in particular was on some misogynistic bullshit, like gross bullshit the entire for a good chunk of this time up until like last episode, 2 episodes ago.
If you have a penis, you can be redeemed, according to some of these people up here, Ricky.
That's absolutely
and
you're right. Can we just say that Greg not only lost his first girlfriend, he just broke up with his second girlfriend, and
her
now
sister.
He's been through a lot of trauma. He's been through trauma, and so he needs time to work those issues out. and he's doing that through relationships. He's making bad
No,
mistakes.
that's the thing.
Oh.
He don't need then he doesn't need to be in a relationship. He's working. His one girlfriend's killed, and then he's trying to sleep with her sister afterwards, and then trying to get on with the person that treats him not necessarily like how Karen did, but talks to him like Karen did.
Does. She's on his neck.
Don't forget about the girl in church just because she was going to give him some top on the side.
Damn.
So
Yes,
forget about
Yeah,
her.
that's true.
Man, is she dead too?
Dang.
Not Greg killing all his people.
What was it? There was someone on Twitter had mentioned like
And then he like Sidney Prescott.
so someone had responded to one of
Wait,
Mark. Now, Jimmy, let me tell you, Jimmy, what you're not gonna do.
Weird guys.
We were doing so good, but what you're not gonna do is come on here and slam.
Ricky, you are correct. I agree with that whole assessment.
So my thing is that there are things that he has done that he has not necessarily atoned for at all in the last season and a half, and I'm supposed to be like on the ship. I'm not on the ship.
All he did was, I respect you. I have a good cousin, and that's it. That's literally all he did.
The bar is in
my
hell.
head. Like,
And that's why I'm happy to
tell you
get
what
that little
Greg
scene between them two.
I'm gonna tell you what Greg
bar
did.
is
Greg
hell.
sat there and realized. Greg realized that Kelly was not gonna give him that pressure on his neck that he wanted. It's a cute little, like, stop. We do stop. He's like, you know what? Farron sat there and was giving him everything he needed at that pool. Like,
Yeah.
no,
He's a
she's
masochist,
really making.
Or sadist.
Yeah, that's what exactly, Ricky. Thank you. That's exactly what Greg is. He
So
is
it's
a
a kink.
budding
Okay,
masochist.
cool.
Yeah, Greg's a lazy
kink.
top.
These are teenagers. Golly.
I know.
You just want someone to take charge, and that's okay. You need balance, and he needs somebody who's gonna be on his neck, keep him in line, and that's what he sees.
Girl, y'all will make excuse after excuse for this man and drag Jen through the mud for
They're not the same.
for stealing
They're not the
$20.
same.
$20.
They're not the
This
same.
kid,
$2,020.
And she broke into somebody's house. Like, what type of shit?
Somebody.
Might go somewhere.
minor details.
We're not going back to Jen. We're not going back to
Jen is
Jen.
done.
We're
Jen
not
is
going back
done.
to Jen. She's
But
gone.
I want to point out the blatant
That's it.
hypocrisy amongst this group. That's all I want to
It's
point
not
out.
hypocrisy.
It is.
Calm down.
Can we just go say that Henry can go on somewhere now? Can we get rid of Henry now?
Yeah.
Henry.
Yeah,
But I
Henry
wasn't
can go. Bye.
because I wasn't a fan of that relationship in the first place. I thought it was
Yeah.
lame.
Yeah, it was lame.
It was
Yeah,
a
it's
lame
a
relationship. I
agree.
felt Farron deserved better. And even though
And that's Greg.
And that's why she getting Greg.
She's another one who
Like
needs to be
Bobby
alone
said.
for a while.
The bar
Like
is
Bobby
in
said.
hell.
I mean, let's be real. All of them need to be alone.
Like Bobby
for a
said,
little bit.
Hell yeah, they all need to be single.
Nobody need to be with anybody right now.
No.
They
I
can't
think after
trust
this time
anybody.
here, they're going to learn.
I agree, Sylvester, because that's one thing I want to touch on. When this season started, they sat there and had their own little thing going. I mean, the girls, the liars, they all had like, okay, we all have our phone numbers. We don't give them out to anybody. The first person to come up, hey, how you doing? Here's my number. It's like, y'all didn't learn shit. Look where you at.
Mhm.
Now look at where you at. All y'all sitting there fighting for your goddamn lives again 1 year. Not just 6 months later.
There's
I'm
some
just saying.
hope.
I'm just saying.
There was some hope for sure.
I mean,
Okay, I think we discussed
yeah.
Enough about the wonderfulness that we call what's it, Greg? The next relationship we can go into is Imogen and Billy Loomis. I want to say that Christian and Billy Loomis play date they were having at the Pride Pool Party, that was really nice to see. But of course, people are saying that they're whispering about their plans, right? They're whispering about their plans.
And somebody also said they posted a gif of that exact moment when he acted like he was like killing Billy Loomis.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, that's a foreshadowing to him probably actually killing him. I don't know if people's like reading too much into it, but yes.
I think it's more.
We need
They were giving me
Get 'em
more
outta
scary
here.
movie with Shawn Wayans and the other guy. They were giving me more of that than the actual.
Not they love that.
Would that be a shock?
That's what that was giving me.
That would
Because I'm
be
like, it's the Pride
dog.
episode. Noah may not be the only one, coming out. And I thought that would be a shock.
That would definitely be a shock.
It'd
And
be
would
funny
gag
if
him.
they said we're lovers. We're lovers, and we're
Yeah.
horror movie lovers, and we want to just, we thought we'd be the perfect two to get you two riled up and everything.
She could play the part. She could play the part. She could play the part. That's a compliment. That is a compliment. So that's
Just
fine.
like she wishes. It has several seats.
And Jen was giving the trade at this pool party the way she was pulling all
She
the
was rubbing on
She
all girls.
was. No, she was like, "Oh, you want to play this game with me, Noah? Okay, we can
She's
table
someone
that.
listening to
Now
you.
watch me. Watch me." That's exactly what she did.
She's messy.
Jen
Had
is no
Noah
Billy
shook.
Loomis. She is nothing of the sort. Jen is no Billy Loomis.
That's
She is
right.
nothing of the sort. Nothing of the sort.
No, she's
Yes. Come on, Neil.
You're right.
She's
Billy
not
Loomis
of the sort.
pressures you into sex. That you are correct.
What do you think
Nothing
she's
of
been
the
doing the whole
sort.
time she's been around? Pressuring
Noah has been pressured.
No.
Noah's the one who has.
Actually,
No.
Rewind the tape.
No more
No.
Jen. That's not.
No,
No.
Noah
It's time to move on.
initiated the
It's time
sex.
to
Jen
move
was
on.
not
Let me
pressured.
pull
Let's
that
go.
up on my phone.
Let's go. Move
Cut
on.
his mic off. Cut his mic
Let me
off.
pull that up on my phone. Let me pull up. that
This is
one.
male brain
pull it up,
shit
Mike.
going on right now.
Mute him.
Oh,
Ricky,
man,
mute
get
him.
out of here, Mike. Come on.
Move on.
man.
Move on. TaMon.
Noah
Come
kissed
on.
her.
So the next
Noah
thing we're
initiated the
gonna-
sex.
No.
I do agree with him on that.
She initiated sex. when
You
they
gotta go
was,
too. Come on.
Yeah, you gotta go to mute. You gotta wrap everybody
All
up.
she doing there, she was comforting Noah, and Noah.
You gotta go to wrap him up too, Ricky. You gotta go to no wrap him up.
All right, come on, TaMon. Move on.
Okay, so I'm excited to see what happened between Imogen and Billy Loomis. I did like this moment when all the boys were outside and while the girls went in. And I hated that plan, by the way. I thought it was just ridiculous. It was just something they came up with in the writer's room just to do. I was like, what are y'all doing? But I enjoyed seeing all the fellas outside in that moment coming together, which is really Pretty Little Liars, that the boyfriends, once they introduce their boyfriends, they stick around. And they really are the ones they're in love with, at least how the original show was. I enjoy seeing all the boys sort of hang out outside and come together. What are y'all thoughts about that?
It was cute.
I don't
but-
necessarily care about.
Yeah, it was a cute moment. I was more interested of the girls putting a mask on and scaring everybody the fuck out of the house
That was
while
just a weird-
Bloody Mary was playing.
Yes, I'm
Yes.
I don't really care so much about Imogen's relationship. I'm waiting for her to snap. I'm waiting for her.
He's getting there for sure.
He's
And-
getting there.
His name is Johnny, right?
Yeah.
I do like Johnny. I do like him a lot.
Yeah.
But I do think something's going to happen to him. I do think something's going to happen to him because she's losing everything. Yeah, and that's going to be probably somebody that she loses as well. But like Ricky said, I am excited to see Imogen snap because she needs to get to that breaking point. I need her to start fucking some shit up.
Yeah,
because they've been trying her all season long.
Listen,
they've been trying my girl.
It's the Sam Carpenter of it all. She is like building up to go snap and go crazy. I loved how she let Kelly, when she walked out her mom's house.
Yo, she's like, where's your bitch ass daughter?
Thank you.
Yes.
I am not here to talk to you. I'm here to talk to that bitch in her room.
Yes.
No, because Kelly would not have made it out of the house that first time I go in there and I see you doing that
that was
scene
crazy.
in my mother's room.
Right.
Yeah.
I would have hopped on that damn bed and fucked her up right then and
It would
there.
have been the end for Kelly. I'm sorry.
Kelly had too many chances.
That's the
Too
thing
many
that I don't
chances.
get.
That was the moment I sat there saying, "Fuck Kelly." I was giving you so
Yeah.
much. I was rooting for this bitch. I really was. I was rooting for this girl because I'm like, you lost your sister, you lost your daddy when he was shit. But I was trying to figure out where her character was gonna go this year. I'm like, after all the shit that y'all done went through this whole entire school year, you gonna pull some shit like this. And you talk about someone, I was just trying to save the city, to save Millwood, bitch. You Signed
I think
up.
she's brainwashed too. I think she's so corrupted in the head now with everything. It just.
But you can't blame it on that though, Bobby. You really can't blame it on that.
I'm not
Why
just
not?
I'm not just blaming it on that. It's a combination of things because, like what Mark said, is like she lost her family and stuff like that. And in real life, a lot of people do turn to religion when a lot of bad things happen to them, and sometimes they can be very brainwashy and that. So that's why I think it's a combination of both.
But I think Mama has the extra hold on her now, and she's by with Mama.
I would hope.
Like she seemed like she really believed what she was saying. Like she seemed earnest. Like I believe this is helping, even though it's fucked up.
But you sat there, laid down in my mama's bed. You sat there reenacting this whole moment and shit like that. You pretty much told me that my mom went to hell. Now, if my mom. Because first of all, Kelly's mom was a part of that. She probably sat there, set this shit up. You would be perfect to play this part, honey.
That's the part that pisses me off too.
And that's why when Imogen walked up in their house,
too.
Thank you. I was like, "Where's the Savannah in it?" I wanted her to do Angela Bassett Savannah from Waiting as Hell. I want to talk to that bitch, then slap the fuck out of her.
Yes, God.
Go into the closet and beat the hell out of her.
She might be all talk, y'all. She might be all talk. I don't know. Until she goes head to head with Kelly or one of the non-killers, she might be all talk. I
agree. Like I want to see Kelly. Like I said, Kelly. Imogen like really snap because all right, she seen her in the bed, she gave that a chance, but when she walked up in the house, that was her time to whoop her ass in that closet. She should have been dragging her ass all across that altar.
You know what the moment it was the lean in when she got in her face. I was like, you not tell me you did that close to not hitting this bitch. You not telling me that close.
Hold up, y'all. My favorite point in the whole entire scene was when Kelly was on the ground crying. And then Imogen got down to her level, shedded one tear, and said, "I'm done with your crocodile tears." It's like give her a real tear, and then you sat there and shaded her like, "Yo."
I just thought that Imogen was so strong in that scene, even though in real life she should have drugged that bitch from here to there. Yes. Now, honestly, can we give Kelly a shout out for her performance in the bed? Because just as an actress, not the character. That was really good.
You know what it was giving? You remember season 1 of Chucky when the old girl was acting like,
yes, it was.
Yes. She needed to get knocked out too. She needed to get knocked out too.
Lexi.
It was giving that season 1.
I will never forget watching it. Like, so y'all just friends now.
Listen, I still laugh at Lexi for that, and that is she goes in the book for that move. That was a good move, but
terrible.
Kelly was so convincing that it was really scary, honestly, that she believed so much. Like Michael saying, she really believes what she's going through. But when Imogen told her about her bitch sister and her father in hell, I was like, read her for filth.
And she was like, I know. It was like, no, now what, Imogen?
Like, now what? She did something that she's like, yeah, they are in hell.
She wasn't scared of Imogen. She was not scared at all of Imogen. She wasn't.
But I don't think Kelly gonna make it up out of this season.
Yeah,
no, she's not.
Maybe not after that.
Her mama might be some bloody rose.
What would have made that scene go off though is if we did have a mask of her mother and Kelly was wearing that doing the scene in the bed.
So next question is
burn her ass to bed.
So where was Kelly?
Yes.
Where was Kelly? And and the second time when they go back with the mask on, where was Kelly at?
She wasn't in her role. She wasn't in the bed where she would belong. So,
no, where was Kelly at?
We don't know. We don't know. Ricky, let's go ahead and jump into what people are saying.
Okay, give me a second, y'all.
Deleted Farron and Greg kiss scene, Pretty Little Liars summer school. So if you didn't know, now you know. My homeboy Greg finally got him some chocolate love and got him a kiss from Queen Mark. But they deleted that scene for some reason.
Good.
Right.
I do.
Look at that shirt.
I like this in the sense that they are a challenge for each other, but I know it's toxic as hell. So I
they're gonna be together forever. Watch.
No.
Don't do that. Don't do
She's
that.
too smart for that. She's too smart for that.
That's gonna be the summer fling, and we're gonna call it what it is.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, they're gonna be
Valley
hosting
High
Prom Queen and Prom King. Watch.
They're gonna break up by Christmas.
Yeah,
she's
That's
not.
what
I don't
Valley
think she could. She needs an intellectual. That ain't gonna work.
It was too soon to give us a kid. Like,
yeah, like where did that come from?
Yeah, like, calm down, y'all.
That's what I was trying to figure out about this scene. I was like,
I guess they didn't show us like flirting or anything leading up to that.
Yeah,
for us to show it.
I just saw you in the Hell House.
Yeah.
Like,
just
I'm sorry. Let's make out. What?
That actually would have made Ricky's point even more sound if all he had to do was say "I respect you" and that, and then they kissing at the damn private pool party.
Makes sense. Okay.
It's a chop for all of us.
Yeah.
No kiss needed. Thanks.
I'm good.
You really mean to tell me that they want me to support Noah randomly wanting to break up with Sean, who's a perfect boyfriend for a girl who lies, steals, expect Noah to be her laptop?
She does. She said it out of her mouth. Sweetie, sweeter heaven. She said it.
Randomly.
Don't at her like that. Don't do that. You being hostile.
Please don't. I know.
At least we're not alone in this Jen trash. Next. Sasha Peterson has followed all the liars on Instagram. Also, Allison De Laurentiis is coming. If you don't know, now you know.
Don't play with me.
The main protagonist.
I'm hoping.
I've been dying to see one of the
Calm
liars.
down. Calm down.
Because that's the official
Allison was
account,
that
though.
girl.
Don't play with me.
Allison was that girl
She
from.
can't follow them because she just enjoyed the show.
I think she's just. I don't think she's official. I think she's just.
I think that would be a great thing to happen in season 3. Like the counselor right now is the counselor was sus back in the original show, and she's sus now. Let's bring an original liar in here. That'd be fun.
Yeah, Allison, for those who don't know, she was like the Regina George of Pretty Little Liars. She was the
Regina
Queen
Sparks.
Yeah, Georgina Sparks. No, she's more like Blair. She was the Queen Bee of the lot. No, she is Georgina. I take that back. She is the Queen Bee of the liars, and she faked her death, all the type of things. She got everybody hurt, killed, kidnapped. She's the reason for the season.
Oh,
yeah.
She's the original liar. She's the OG.
Yes, she is.
I'm here for it.
The
real
Next
mean
slide. Kelly acted out Imogen's mom's death is so feral. Yes, Molly Gordon's girlfriend.
Yes, my God.
Kelly is unhinged, and
The
from the
scene
trailer,
is
I don't know if
crazy.
she's floating. I think she's floating in the water per that trailer that we saw for the rest of the season.
I thought so too.
That looked
I
like
thought
her.
that was.
Yeah, or it's Kelly. Anyway, next slide. He loved his country, but what about Debbie?
Sorry, Debbie.
We gotta set an example. Next slide. I'm sorry. I just had a moment. Sorry.
Yes, I got onto that shit real quick.
Sorry, Debbie. Roberto, all I'll say is stay tuned for the next episode when the interviewer brought up that they think Imogen is most likely to kill. Ooh, y'all.
Someone.
She got to kill somebody.
And look at that.
I still know. I still know.
Poster.
I still know.
Yeah.
And can we say? I just want to mention right quick, even though I still know what she did last summer poster. I just want to mention that I was so glad they did the demons and demonic.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
I was hoping that it did that whole all this shit in the theater though. I thought that's where they was heading.
Right.
Yes, it would have been dope.
You know, so.
But why do they look like really terrified? Farron is so damn good. She's just so good in this show. She emotes her emotions so well. And something I want to talk about that pool scene really quickly. When they were all sitting there and Noah was getting ready to spill her tea. I just thought it was as an actor and a director, like you have to be present when you're not actually in the scene or saying things.
Right.
And they do a really good job of staying present in the scene, even when they don't have any lines.
Right.
So that's just something little that I picked up on. But I could, like, Farron did something with Mouse that has nothing to do with what's going on, but she was interacting in the scene. It's just they're really smart actresses. So I appreciate
they are.
Right.
Next and slide.
Last one.
Pretty Little Liars Summer School, So Riverdale, The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, and Pretty Little Liars are all in the same universe. That explains a lot. Thank you, Teddy Graham Society.
Did you say Teddy?
Teddy.
Oh.
Teddy Graham. I like Teddy Graham. Happy Pride.
I mean, I like it.
I like that name.
Like
Teddy Graham.
Crossover, so it's all good. I'm pretty sure that's taken.
I like that. Teddy Grahams.
Mark, please.
Teddy Graham.
I like it.
Yes.
Oh God.
I love it.
Well,
Oh God.
So what now?
you cool, TaMon. Oh man.
Okay, so Sylvester, what are your thoughts so far about this episode and where we are currently in the overall story this season?
Like, so far, I really like the episode. I do need, I don't know. I need a more kind of, I don't want a definitive suspect. I just don't know the motives. Besides Kelly's mom, Kelly, and Chip's mom, I don't feel like anyone's got a real motive, except for, well, the doctor. Like, me and my wife have a theory that maybe, what is it? Rose Waters that they found isn't Rose Waters, that she's actually the doctor, and they switch places when the hospital.
Oh.
That's a theory, but
Okay.
like, yeah, I'm just not seeing motives. I guess I want a clear-cut motive. I just can't wait to get to the end. I hate shows.
She was very quickly like, what did she say? What did she say to you? So
yeah. Well,
that's
what I think. Yeah.
Ricky, how are you feeling about this episode and where we are in this point in the season?
Definitely had a lot of excitement and to go off of. I like Sylvester said, like there's too many people that could be Rose Waters or involved with Rose Waters. With the way they set up things, with parents not being around, people having leftover grievances from last season, spooky spaghetti kind of being there. It's I don't feel like I'm any closer, and I'm not really sold on the ending. I'm not really sold on Imogen's statement at the end.
She cuckoo.
She is. I'm waiting. I'm really waiting for it.
I'm interested to see versus first, like we said this before, but versus first season, how we understood what we were getting into, that the backstory was all about what happened with the original lives and mothers. This season doesn't have like a really understood story that's happening, and it's frustrating to me personally. And I'm looking forward to figuring out what the hell is going on. I'm ready for the blood count. A big thing they said before this episode that the blood count will raise, and yes, it did with the pastor. But like, okay, great, bye.
To one.
They're killing a
Yeah,
lot of just random.
To Mike's point,
they killing a lot of folks. They got to be killing a lot of folks in the last two episodes. Then
I mean, I get that, and they should. Like, if the last two episodes, which we are at now, is a bloodbath, then bring it on. That will help me say that this season is great. Comparatively so to the first season. Jimmy, what are your thoughts about this episode?
This episode, it was pretty good. It was my favorite out of this season.
Yeah.
I feel like the next episode is gonna be like a little bit of flashbacks to
oh Lord, no.
To Rose Waters. And then I was thinking, I think that we might get a to be continued
Don't you?
leading leading into the finale.
Okay.
Okay, finale. I thought you about to say the season was gonna end.
No.
Yeah.
Woo!
Season 2 part. No.
I can see the need for flashbacks on at least episode 7 because there's so much that still has not been like fleshed out as far as like Rose Waters herself.
Mm-hmm.
That there might be need for some flashbacks, which kind of sucks because it's the 7th episode.
Yeah,
and so we're gonna have to like try to get ourselves prepared for episode 8.
Yeah, because really, the flashbacks they should have happened in episode 5,
like in the middle.
Yeah, that's when they really should have happened.
Well,
Michael, you are a fan of killing people in anything.
What?
And that's not a bad
we could
thing.
phrase that differently, but yeah.
Sure. You are a fan of killing people in anything. And who would you pick by the finale to be dead?
Well,
3 people.
2 to 3.
Yeah, it's a lot of cast.
It's John.
Because the problem is knowing that none of the girls are gonna die. So out of the love interests, I guess Ash dying would stir Mouse up a little bit, and she'd be like going through it next season.
Yeah.
Oh, who are the other people? Imogen, boy, he could die or not. I don't think he's that important to the show. If he's not the killer, yeah. I don't. Sean can die, so Noah can have a lot of feelings. Actually, Sean and Jen can die. Shockingly, I'm saying that they both can die, so Noah can be alone.
Yes.
Like maybe it could be like a Saw situation. You have to choose one of them. She takes too long, and then both of them are dead.
Love it.
From her indecisive. So there's that. Yeah, Christian killer. I don't know. There's too many people. There gotta be more than 3 deaths. There's too many people left. My problem is they're really good at making me think it's so many people. Like the Redemption House. I'm like, so it's personal to them because they got all their situations in these rooms other than Farron. Why are they pinpointing them, but all these random people are getting killed? Unless, TaMon, like you said last week or the week before, it's 2 separate things going on. Maybe whoever's coming after them personally is completely different than what's going on in the town. So I don't know. I need something to happen.
Yeah, agreed. Bobby, I want to pivot that same question to you.
Death, dying. I would say on some serious stuff, like I have a feeling they're not going to kill Jen off as much as I want her to go. And if they do, cool, but I have a feeling they're not. But I still think that something's going to happen to Christian. Unfortunately, whether if he's like a part of everything or even if he's not, something's going to happen to him.
Yeah.
Which sucks because he's like the only black dude on here, and I don't want nothing to happen to him because of that. Like we need, we still need him on here. I think Johnny's definitely going to go. I think. I like what Mike said, taking away Jen and Sean, but it sucks they have to do that for her to be by herself. So it's just like, I want her to come to that decision on her own. Kelly needs to go. She got to go.
Kelly is the drama, though, y'all.
I was going to say, do we need Kelly for when they come back to school next semester? Because Imogen threatened her saying, every time I see you, it's going to be living hell.
Yeah. We do.
How you gonna do that if you're not in school together?
I will say yes, we would need her for the drama because they can still hang on to that, and it could be like something going on between them. But at the same time, she can go, because like with all that stuff happening inside Redemption House, I think Kelly was the only one that knew those things that happened to those girls, and for them to be playing it out in that house, like she knew their little secrets. So that was fucked up for her to do that. So, she got to go.
Wow.
Yeah, she got to go.
And
I don't know who the third person would be. I don't know who the third person. I know they're not going to kill any of the other girls, but yeah, I don't know, guys. It's just it's hard. We're doing a great, but we haven't seen them, so it's like I don't care if they killed them off or not because we haven't seen them in like how long.
Yeah. It's just like the pastor. I'm going for Tabby's mom, Sean, and Jen.
Oh yeah,
because she is the only mom we've been seeing.
If they kill Sharon Lee.
Yeah, I agree, Bobby. She is the only mom. And am I the only one when I see Farron, I see Sharon Leo, a younger version of her?
Yes.
Yeah,
I was like, is she supposed to be her mother? Like, I wonder if she auditioned for that Tabby's role.
Fun fact, she ran for Tabby, and actually Tabby is actually an actual dancer in real life versus Farron.
Yeah.
Casted as Farron. So yeah.
Tabby, the actress for Tabby was in she's a Disney kid. She's a Disney Channel kid. So she was in the Zombies.
So I can see them casting before they went all the way through, you know, and did the table reads and stuff. I can see how our current Zaria would have been Sharon Leo's daughter. I can see they look almost just alike, and they act alike.
They do, and I got confused too. Because I was like, wait, that is her mom, right? Because they look so. But it's not her mom; it's Tabby's. But
and Mike and Bobby, I skipped over this. Do you have any final theories / predictions?
I'm trying to go back to that picture that we seen last week. I want us to bring it up like each week of
Ricky.
Like
do we have
girls.
What's
the photo of like Midsummer and their test?
Yeah,
that's a good point. We should bring it up every week because those Tabby's test is important. I think ties into Christian.
If I have that, if y'all have that image, let's send to me. I can put it up.
Well, it's like Tabby in the middle, and then we got Bloody Rose and another killer next to her, and then we have the mad. Well, it looked like demonic things around them, but we think it's the mask. So that's why we think Christian plays a huge part in that because it's just like, hold up.
Right.
But it's Bloody Rose, killer, and then there's somebody almost like the head person in charge, and then there's the demonic mask they were wearing at the party. I don't know. Is this considered Imogen's test? Because I'm a little confused. Everybody was bigging up this whole scene.
That's what I was wondering too, because like that was literally like 2 seconds worth of the episode. Like, or like, was that really Imogen's test, or was just like a little something? Because I would have thought this was a kind of like a filler episode between the tests.
True.
Yeah. But what did the note say? What the note said when she picked it up on the bed? Because Bloody Rose didn't give her no fucking time to even. As soon as she picked that up, Bloody Rose
all final girls don't get a call or something like that.
Yeah, so that
but
was.
You know what? Maybe
she was testing her right there.
Her test is different because the emotional. Maybe Bloody Rose wanted to get discovered, which is why I don't think it's really her mother. Like maybe she wanted her because she allowed her to scratch her face, take off those bandages. Maybe that reveal was intentional. So maybe that's the test to see how she reacts in those situations. Yes, Imogen has fought all these killers and survived. So I don't think your test would be to go head to head after Archie got his ass stabbed up last season. So I think maybe it's testing her emotional fortitude versus her physical endurance like the other girls. Ricky, I sent the picture to you.
Got it.
Lame.
Who do you think had the hardest test so far?
Farron.
Oh, Farron for sure. I don't know if I can hook it up for 2 hours.
That was crazy.
No, and I don't know.
I'd be mad if I were her, honestly. Like, bitch, you just got to scratch somebody's damn mask off, and I had to do all that.
Right.
Yeah, they just sitting down talking about it.
Right.
And look at Noah. He doing a
Noah had run through thorns and stuff while dogs chased her. Then you just get to rip someone's mask off. That ain't fair.
So, Ricky, the rest of us are so head forward in horror. Sometimes we think these challenges are not strong enough. Since you're lightly getting into horror daily, literally, do you think those challenges were worthy of the hype that was behind them?
I think the only one that no, I'll take it back. because Mouse's was because it feels so long ago for Mouse's test. Mouse's was actually pretty hardcore. She's stuck inside a building that's on fire. That was pretty intense. So like I would say they've gotten less as they've gone on. I would put Mouse at the top. I've having to escape a burning building. And then Farron holding the little thing was not a little thing, it was heavy. But like but if it had just ended with her just having to hold it for 2 hours and her not actually like taking the time to knock the shit out of Bloody Rose, then that'd be something different. But like out of the ones that we've seen so far, I would say Mouse and Farron have like the top hardest ones.
Yeah.
It's just I don't know. Maybe it's me then, because I feel like these tests can be pushed further. And I like you keep saying, I was like,
this ain't.
I just feel like
that's why I'm like they haven't gotten as intense as the time has gone on. Like Mouse, the first one was Mouse, and hers was probably for me. I think was the hardest.
Yeah, and they last about like we have an hour, and these tests last literally like 5 minutes maybe. Yes, in the episode, I'm like, like
about like 4 minutes.
Set it in the middle or something, like, or at least 15 minutes before the show goes off. Like,
and I'll be checking too. I'm like,
me
we got
too.
6 minutes left of this episode.
Me too. I pause it and I'm like, all right, this was not gonna be that long because. So I'm hoping Tabby's next week is really, really good. I thought we was gonna get Tabby's this week, but she's gonna be the last one.
That's what I thought too.
Yeah. But
and then we have one more episode after the last test, which I'm sure is going to be the conclusion of everything. But it's just like, where are the stakes? Like, I get it, going through a burning building, that there are definitely stakes there. Escaping Bloody Rose, running on thorns, nobody wants to do that anyway. But I'm talking about where it feels like I'm really literally about to die. That is it. Like, the opening of Saw 10, that challenge or test they were going through, that was like 9 to 10 minutes. And so like I just want to see more of the test and them actually trying to figure things out and moving through those different things. And I'm not.
And maybe that would work if we had more time with it, but again, they'll give it to us the last 5 minutes of the episode and that's it. So
is it possible Bloody Rose is not trying to actually kill any of them?
She could be teaching them a lesson, because if it's Imogen's mother, don't be little lying bitches like me and my friends were.
Because with Mouse, hers may be the only one I'm like, maybe Bloody Rose couldn't have helped her get out of there. Unless she like cleared a path without Mouse knowing she kind of cleared a path for her to get out of the building.
Like a
but to just teach you some kind of lesson. Because I'm like, you are a trash killer if these are your targets. And they all are surviving.
Yeah.
Can I say something? Remember, the letters are saying a final girl challenge. So this has to be someone who references and understands what that actually means. So like someone like Christian or Wes or someone who deals
or Tabby.
Or Tabby. Yeah, that's fair.
That's why I just think it's a combination of people.
Yeah.
It's got to be like 2 to 3 people.
Yeah.
It's not just gonna be one. And it like if it's one in it, because it's 2 crazy moms that basically have a need for revenge. Like Kelly's mom needs to revenge her daughter, and then Chip's mom needs to revenge her son. So if one of them is Bloody Mary, they need to team up with somebody else. And it could be like Scream 2. It could be their vengeful mother and then the new film geek.
I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
So they did say that this season will be reminiscent of horror sequels such as Scream 2 and I Still Know, I think was one of them. You said something I thought was interesting. You said Chip's mother. She may be one that can reference Final Girls based off her son's love of the genre. I think my mother knows what a Final Girl is, and she would understand what that means.
Yeah.
Maybe
my mama
did.
Or what if Chip is not dead? We talked about that before because we haven't actually seen him die. So maybe he's somewhere around alive.
That would maybe he's not dead. That's a
dad. Then she pulled him into the basement and patched him up or something.
Yeah.
He had a whole funeral. Ricky, go ahead and pull up that pic. Bobby, just to go back to your point you were making. All right, so far we see the bandages from Imogen, right? We get the reference. So Angel Wing, someone we thought was dead, unraveling them. That all makes perfect sense now that we see it. Next, we have Tabby going against two killers. One seeming to be a man and one seeming to be a woman.
But the other one, TaMon, it wasn't this one, but where the actual actress photo it was another figure behind her. It was like three.
It was the one Imogen is messing with right now. That figure was where Tabby's picture was.
Yeah.
Oh. So the mother, wait, come back. So the mothers could be orchestrating all.
Ooh, if it's all mothers, I would love that.
Yeah,
I would love that too. That would be super cool. Can we also highlight the mask that seemed to be demonic? But they're definitely, after this last episode, we saw a plethora of masks designed by Christian, and I think it's a possibility that those faces, that's what they're talking about.
Then they say that was Christian in the wig, and he said he had a nasty bob.
Yeah, they did. I hope it's Christian with a nasty bob. Yeah, they did. They said that online. What a smart way to give clues, by the way.
I just don't get why Tabby would be, unless it's Chip specific. I do not understand why she would be the final girl or the focus this season.
I think that's why
I feel like they just shifted it. Like it was Imogen because it was Imogen's mom that caused everything to start, and now this is a whole different thing. This is a whole, like, I feel like maybe it's the revenge thing. So Imogen's no longer the main focus because they don't fully blame her.
Right. Wasn't the final scene from season 1 Chip getting killed by Archie? Wasn't that like the final?
We just see him screaming
on Christmas at his house. So like if the mom really thinks this is because the person she's going to blame is going to be Tabby. She's not going to blame Imogen like that.
But she hates both.
Tabby's supposed to be her best friend or his best friend.
Yeah,
but she takes it personal with Tabby because she was friends with him.
Yeah.
So I think she definitely plays a part in this, and I think Chip is alive.
I think so too.
And that would be crazy.
We don't know because Chip and Christian could have been friends. They could have met.
I feel like
a lot of different things that could be happening between
brothers.
They could be brothers, adopted brothers.
Because where did Christian come from? Out of nowhere, and then
New York, and we have not met his parents.
Exactly.
He's like the artist and shit.
By himself.
Like,
and then it's
to
like,
go.
The
Tabby's mother
mask and the Archie mask is too much. It's too much.
Mark, what are your final predictions and theories on this episode and the future?
I'm still waiting for the season 3 renewal. Like, I go on Twitter right now and put PLL Summer School on blast. Like, where's this season 3 renewal? Like, where is it? As far as predictions, I saw this poster when they first released it and didn't pay no attention to it until y'all brought it up this week, and now I'm invested in trying to suss out who the second woman is standing over Tabby. I believe that I forgot that woman's name, but whoever the damn doctor is, she's not. Dr. Sullivan is not done. I wanted to go back to when Imogen was like not nursing, but like visiting the hospital. She kind of reminded her so much of her mom. And who's to sit there and say that she thought that was her mom, and that who she revealed off was actually Dr. Sullivan.
That's true.
And then Dr. Sullivan also in the trailer for the rest of the season. I'm finishing. I'm just putting it on my face. So I'm wondering if she is like the second person. And yeah, I think that's it. As far as people dying, I want Kelly's gonna probably go. I like one of the boyfriends to go, or one of the love interests rather. And yeah, I just need them to wrap this up. If HBO Max or Max, whoever it is, fuck us over and don't give us a third season, y'all better wrap this shit up in a bow. Like, I don't want no dangling chads. So
yeah, if we don't get a third season, I would like them to do like something that the original series didn't do and kill a liar. If we don't get a third season, I'd like to see somebody
I
from the
agree.
main thing.
Yeah. Me and Ricky were talking about this earlier today about they are worthy of a renewal. They stay in the top 5 on HBO views, and just watching the cast, how they connect with each other and the chemistry that translates over into film. I think they deserve to see more stories being told. I would love to see them get, like I said last week, I would love to see them get to prom, and we know how that plays out in horror. See them get to prom, graduation, give me a time jump, put them in, whatever you want to do. I'm fine with it, but you don't have to go eight seasons though. We don't need that. We can definitely
no
4, maybe 5 seasons, but we don't need 7, 8 seasons.
You don't want 8 seasons, 24 episodes each?
Ended at their senior year.
We need some conflict in the group. There's too many let's lock arms scenes in this show for me.
Oh yeah, it's annoying.
If it's gonna happen, it's gonna be Tabby and Imogen. Those are the ones that are gonna get.
Oh yeah,
and that's how you would split
be the one.
They have to choose. Yeah,
that would be the one that matters.
And it's gonna hurt because they live together.
Yeah,
for now.
If I'm sharing Lil, get your ass out of my house.
She's gonna move in with Johnny. Imogen's gonna accidentally kill Christian, and that's gonna tear them up.
Yes, it has to be boyfriend or parent
kill her own boyfriend, but
Johnny,
her killing Christian might mess it up. Yeah,
just to have some, because I agree with you, Mike. We need conflict in the group. It's not gonna work when they're all buddy united like this. And as if I was planning to destroy them, that's what I would do. I would start from the inside and break them up.
I would make them think one of the boyfriends or one of the parents, something to really make them suspicious of each other.
Yeah. This episode, I don't know if it was my favorite. I know a lot of you said that. I thought it was great. I like this season because it's giving character development, and they're doing it every single episode, and they do it in such a great way. It's not action forward like I think the first season was, but if I had to want something moving forward, it would be to give more action and give us more horror. But this season is feeling more and more and more like the original franchise, and it's becoming on brand with Pretty Little Liars, to be perfectly honest. So in that regards, that's fine. I don't have any final predictions. I still think it's her mom, whether it's a mask or not. I still think it's her mom. And I think Christian and Miss Beasley, I think Miss Beasley is busy. Anyone who hasn't been thrown in our face to be antagonistic, and Chip's mom is always thrown in our face as being antagonistic. And Noah's line, she said, "I'll cut a bitch." Sure. But yeah, that's what I have. Before we go, any final thoughts about this episode or the show from anyone?
A strong episode with Imogen. I think this was her episode. She did the damn thing. To go back what you said about character development, we got it. We understand their friendship. We don't need to keep doing that. We got 2 episodes left. Let's go. They honestly should have stopped that in episode 3, because we understand their relationship.
Yeah. If we didn't already know that the season was only 8 episodes, it wouldn't matter as much. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
But outside of that, great episode. I enjoyed it. I think it is one of my favorite ones. And yeah, mostly because of Imogen, we get to see that, and then that battle at the end. Even though it was short, I just liked her reaction after taking the gauze off. It was a good scene. Her scene with Kelly was really good. The prior scene made me happy. It was cute. But yeah, it's time to get into the nitty gritty now. It's 2 episodes left. That's all I got.
Anyone else? Our guest?
We need a bomb.
Like
a bomb?
Blow up the pool?
Like somebody got to kill somebody.
I really
somebody minor, or like somebody minor, they gotta go.
For the episode, we saw Chip's body in this episode? Not Chip, Wes's body in this episode, with a flash It wasn't really his body. It was just
Yeah.
It was this episode.
Yeah.
I really like that. I really like that scene. I thought that was fun. But yeah, for me, I'm stuck on the two families. It's Chip's family and it's Kelly's family. They both got toxic psycho people. I mean, we saw Kelly's mom murder her dad. So we already know that she's got it in her. And she's
Martha White.
Yeah, going a little crazy. And everything with the Hell House had to have gone through her. So I feel like she's a prime suspect for me and Chip's mom. But I'm liking it. I'm definitely not liking. I love this season, but I do love the first season more. I think that always happens, regardless. Yeah. But yeah, I definitely want to see more bodies. I want to see somebody die. Someone I care about, not Christian, but somebody I care about.
And are we tired of Tabby quoting and dropping movie titles consistently?
No,
or that's
my wife is sick of it.
I am when it's like uncalled for. Like sometimes I'm like, all right, that was a little forced. Like it needs to be perfectly in there. If you just throw them in there just cause, I'm like, all right, girl, we get it.
It makes sense with Christian, but with the other girls, I don't feel like they really get the references.
They probably just rolling their eyes like, okay, whatever.
Because she made a Martha White. What's her name? Yeah, that's it.
Margaret.
Margaret White reference this episode.
Which is fair, it's true.
Yeah, I mean, hell yeah, it's perfect. It's a perfect. Okay, well, guys, I think we have chatted as much as we possibly could about episode 15.
16.
16.
Yeah, 16. Hell House. Thank you guys for coming and hanging out with us in the comments. Let's see. We have Mike. Thank you again for coming and hanging out.
Gems.
We have Jazz. We have Johnny Blaze. We have In Love with Horror. Thank you everyone for coming and just spending time with us again to know us and these characters we like to call Pretty Little Liars. You can catch us here next week as we talk about episode 17, and that is called The Boogeyman. Get ready, this is called The Boogeyman. So we look forward to what that's about. And I am TaMon Kane. You can find me on Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch, streaming Dead by Daylight, which I'll be doing in a couple of minutes. And I am here with my favorite people. To my one of these directions is Marco Estes.
Find me at X at the Anti-Critic Instagram, and Alpha Tapes. I said Alpha Tapes, Alter Tapes. And my podcast, Midnight Social Distortion. And I'm running a series of the Black queer horror characters in horror. This month. So just look out for those.
That's what I was screaming about tonight. I forgot, but that's fine. That's what I was screaming about. I am so excited and proud of you for showcasing people of color, queer people during Pride Month. It's so entertaining. Yeah, it's good.
Here for it.
That's what I was actually saying.
Thank you.
And we are here with King Bobby.
Yes, Bobby Torres with a Z, not an S. People under the scares with Michael here, also known as the Jen Stan. He loves his Jennifers. Bobby likes his spooky. Alter Tapes with Mark here, and also here on Scream Kings.
And our King of Reason.
Yes.
And
Reason, Truth, and Justice. This is Mike. You can follow me everywhere below. I will always be defending the people who are defenseless on this podcast, and that includes this beauty behind me. And
Sylvester, where can they find you?
See you next week.
Let's all say we love Jen next week and see what happens. Maybe he'll hate her.
So I'm Sylvester Barzy, and you can find me at Sylvester Barzy on all social media or SylvesterBarzy.com. And yeah, I can't wait to see the end of this.
Sylvester, you were a sale on your book, so make sure you guys check it out. If you don't have
I got books.
For days.
Ooh, yeah, there you go.
Promote. Oh, y'all. Jimmy, photo Jimmy on pretty much everything. You know, I talk about movies, shows. You know, I talk about pretty much everything, and I am a very controversial person. I talk my shit, and that's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for owning that in the stage tonight.
At least you do, Jimmy.
I talk my shit.
Yeah, at least you do, Jimmy. At least you do.
And the jewel to my Gail, the one who keeps the lights on.
Ricky.
Ricky Z.
I'm Ricky Z. You can find me on social media at RickyZ_socials. Normally behind the scenes, trying to keep these guys in line. It's a thankless job. So, but I'm so glad I got to get on the show tonight with you guys. So thanks for letting me join y'all.
Absolutely, and thank
Ricky.
you.
I'm sorry, TaMon. I have one question because I thought I was going to go in the hell seat with you, but I want you to answer this, which is perfect ending.
Okay.
Real quick, and you don't have to be too long on it. But my question was, if we were in the Pretty Little Liars Screen Kings edition, which king would you kill off first, and who?
Oh, girl.
It's not gonna be
Answer your own question, boo.
See you later. That's a good question. Ask it again so we can have this footage.
No,
Ask it again, Bobby.
because we all know that TaMon would be the first one to die.
Okay.
You know he would be the first one to die.
Why? Ricky.
The first one to die.
I need a why, Ricky.
You go
I
head
know.
first into danger.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, you do got the
Too big.
personality of the first victim. It is true. It's
Yeah, the
real
big,
big.
the big pretty.
I take that as pride. That was a good question, Bobby.
And who would be the last?
Thank you guys for coming and hanging out with us. Oh yeah, I did say pride. And you'll see us here next
I
week.
have no more.
And scream you later.
Until 10 o'clock, House of Dragon is on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, I forgot about that. Thank you.
Good night, y'all.
Good for some.